So, allow me to welcome our next speaker. Thank you so much for joining us so far. I believe you are learning along with us. Dr. Stephen Kamran from Pakistan is our very special guest speaker yesterday on our evening WhatsApp Masterclass section. And he was teaching us on how to improve communication and how to prevent, overcome, and eradicate cyberbullying. By the time you finish this teaching, wow, come and see a lot of questions. And I'm glad he came back to answer nearly all of those questions. But then we are not satisfied. And that is why we are opportuned to ask his permission for him to come back on this morning section to share with us on this topic again. Dr. Stephen Kamran is a member of Chambers of Commerce, members of Homeopathic Medical Council of Pakistan, and also Doctor of Homeopathic Medicine, Diploma in Christian Ministry, Diploma in Bible Studies, and also Rema Bible College. Is a senior manager at a banking professional. He also lectured in staff colleges, delivered lectures in MCB Bank Staff College on following topics of HO reconciliation and many more. He also works at 12 years at MCB Bank Limited, and he was promoted several times. He's also a member of, he was also awarded and recognized in many, many ways. Let us welcome our wonderful Dr. Stephen Kamran to share again about this valuable topic, which is so rampant in schools, in society, and even in the workplace. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, a very dear Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas, for such an amazing introduction. I'm feeling humble and thank you from the bottom of my heart. And the topic today is very important. I mean, communication and cyberbullying, both are very, very important topics. And I'm really glad that all the speakers, who talk about the communication, they taught us very well. And I personally learned a lot out of the experiences, well as, and thank you so much. So, before wasting time, let us move on towards our topic today, and let's delve or dig deep into it. uh, Communication. As we all know, that communication is the process of exchanging information, ideas, thoughts, feelings between individuals and groups. It is basically the transmission of sending and receiving messages through various channels, such as verbal. And in verbal, we have spoken and written words, non-verbal, which has body language, facial expressions, gestures, and sometimes visual also, that have got graphs, charts, images. And effective communication is crucial for expressing oneself, understanding other, and building relationship and achieving common goals. So let us examine that what effective communication is. As we all know, that word effective means something that is capable, you know, competent, efficient, productive, useful. So effective communication is the one that has all the capabilities to convey the message. So effective communication refers to the ability to convey a message in a clear, concise, understandable manner, being accurately received and understood by the recipients. It involves not only expressing oneself clearly, but also actively listening to others, understanding their perspectives, and responding appropriately. Effective communication fosters mutual understanding, trust, and cooperation, leading to better relationship, increased productivity, and successful outcomes in various personal and professional settings. So, as we've understood what communication is, effective communication is, we've actually gone through and examined the definitions of effective communication. Now, let's see why is effective communication important as far as relationships are concerned. And first of all, let us explore that why effective communication is important to cultivate a personal relationship, right? So, effective communication is essential for personal relationships. And why? Because it develops understanding. It helps partners to understand each other's thoughts, feelings, needs, fostering empathy and emotional connection among themselves. It is very important to comprehend each other, apprehend each other, show compassion, empathy, and concern and feelings for each other. So it is very important to communicate effectively to develop a strong bond. And that is based on understanding, as we all know. Now, there's another point, which tells us that why effective communication is so critical for us. It helps resolving the conflicts. Effective communication enables couples to address conflicts calmly, find mutual acceptable solutions, preventing misunderstandings and resentments. It gives us power to negotiate. It gives us expertise to negotiate, settle, mitigate differences, reduce, if there are certain errors, and provide a remedy for any mistake which has occurred. So, as we all know that for every relationship, trust is a very important factor. So, open and honest communication builds trust and strength, the bond between partners, creating a supportive and secure relationship. So, as it builds trust, so it also establishes confidence between the partners. It ensures credibility of both the partners, right? And it provides faith in each other and hope to live a bright future ahead. Also, we know that intimacy is also very important when we talk about personal relationship and relationship between married couples, right? So, sharing thoughts and desires through communication deepens intimacy and enhances emotional closeness. So, for closeness, togetherness, attachment, friendliness, companionship, affection, mutual affection, warmth, effective communication is very important. Moving on, with regards to personal relationship, respect plays a very important role. When both parties, the partners actually regard each other, give respect. So effective communication promotes mutual respect by valuing each other's opinion also, actively listening to each other, considering each other's perspective, and paying high regards to each other's opinion with admiration. So we understood that respect is being built among partners with effective communication. Problem solving is also a very important point in which we know that communication plays a vital role. Effective communication facilitates problem solving by encouraging collaboration, compromise, and brainstorming solution together. So, when partners are finding solutions, they are working out to figure out things, and they are identifying or thinking through. Effective communication is very important in this process, and it promotes collaboration, it promotes brainstorming, and ultimately success of the relationship. So, as we've seen that effective communication is important for understanding, conflict resolution, trust building, intimacy, respect, problem solving. So, hence, it strengthens the connection also. Regular communication helps partners stay connected even during busy and challenging times by maintaining ongoing dialogues, sharing experiences, boosting alliance, right? Building a strong relationship, cultivating empathy among themselves. So it's very important to communicate effectively to to make a relationship strong. So overall, effective communication lays the foundation for healthy, fulfilling, and long-lasting personal relationships. As we've seen that effective communication is very important for relationships, personal relationships. So let's check it out that whether communication is important or effective communication is important for business relationships or not. Yes, uh, we know that it's very important. It's it's very useful. Uh, it's very much helpful for business individuals and commercial organizations to communicate effectively. And let's check out some reasons. Clarity of information. Clear communication ensures that information regarding products, services, contracts, agreements is accurately conveyed and understood, reducing the risk of misunderstanding and errors. Customer satisfaction. Effective communication with customers help in understanding their needs, addressing concerns promptly, and providing satisfactory solution, leading to enhanced customer satisfaction. So client satisfaction and goodwill of the business, effective communication is very important. Team collaboration. Business cannot work without a team. A team is the recipe for success, an effective team. And for building an effective team, effective communication is very important. In a business setting, effective communication fosters collaboration among team members, promoting ideas, sharing, problem solving, and innovation, which is very much essential for achieving organizational goals. Uh, for efficient operations of the business, effective communication is very important. Clear communication streamline processes, instructions, workflows, leading to improved efficiency, productivity, and cost effectiveness within the organization. For conflict resolution among the parties involved in any business transaction or business venture, effective communication is very important. In commercial relationship, effective communication facilitates resolving disputes, negotiating terms, and reaching agreement amicably, preventing conflicts from escalating and damaging business partnerships. So it is good for peacemaking, reconciliation, negotiation, and hence, you know, business. So, for building trust, effective communication is very important. Also, transparent and open communication build trust and credibility with clients, partners, stakeholders, laying the groundwork for long-term relationships and business success. So, for credibility, confidence, faith, belief, effective communication is very important. Market positioning, as we all know, that whenever a product is being launched, it is specified for a certain target market, right? And for marketing of those products, effective communication is very important. It is a very important part of branding strategies. Helps the business to convey their value propositions, differentiate themselves from competitors, and attract target customers, contributing to the market positioning and competitiveness. Adaptability, as we all know that businesses has to adapt to the changing circumstances, changing technology, changing environment, changing market situation. In such a dynamic business environment, effective communication enables organizations to adapt to changes, respond to challenges, and seize opportunities quickly and effectively. Hence, it ensures versatility, resilience, agility, and elasticity. Now, let's check out certain strategies to improve communication with some examples and its impact. The first strategy is active listening. So, for execution of active listening, we have to practice attentive listening by giving our full attention, avoiding any interruption, and asking, clearly questions to ensure comprehension, right? And the impact of this is that it enhances understanding, build trust, foster empathy, leading to stronger relationship and improved collaboration. The second strategy is clear and concise messaging. And the execution of this strategy is prioritize clarity, and brevity in your communication by organizing your thoughts, eliminating jargons, and focusing on the most important points. And what is the impact of clear and concise messaging? It reduces confusion, increases retention of information, and facilitates decision making, leading to more effective communication outcomes. The third strategy is empathy and understanding. By putting ourselves in other shoes, listening to what they are saying with empathy, and validate their emotions without judgment or criticism. Effective communication is very important, right? And the impact of this execution, this strategy is that it strengthens relationship, it boosts the morale, it fosters a supportive and inclusive work environment, leading to improved collaboration and morale. And the other strategy, which is also a very important strategy, that is open and transparent communication. For execution of this strategy, we have to foster a culture of transparency by sharing information openly, addressing concerns promptly, and soliciting feedback from stakeholders. And the impact of it is it builds trust, promotes alignment, and reduces rumors and speculations, fostering a sense of ownership, accountability among the employees. There is another important strategy that is feedback and constructive criticism. For execution of this strategy, we should provide feedback in a timely and constructive manner, focusing on behaviors rather than personal traits and offering praise and encouragement alongside areas of development. Impact of this strategy is it encourages continuous learning, and we all know that continuous learning, growth mindset is very, very important, and improvement is very important for an organization. And for that, we have to learn, we have to innovate. It enhances performance also. It strengthens professional relationship by fostering a culture of growth and development. There is another strategy which is very, very, very important, and that is adaptability and flexibility. Right. So the execution of the strategy can be done with mindful, uh, that is, full of diverse communication styles and preferences of our audience, and we should adjust our approach according to our audience with clarity and understanding. And the impact of this strategy is that it enhances engagement, promotes inclusivity, and improves comprehension, retention of information, leading to more effective communication outcomes for all the stakeholders. We also know that conflict resolution is a very important segment, and effective communication does help in conflict resolution. And let's check out that how we could execute some strategies, uh, regarding conflict resolution and mediation. Approach conflicts with empathy, encourage active listening and mutual respect, and guide the parties involved towards collaborative problem solving. By implementing these strategies and examples, individuals and organizations can improve their communication practices, leading to more effective collaboration, enhanced relationship, better overall outcomes in various personal and professional contexts. So let's very quickly see that there are some strategies for corporate and commercial communication also. And for establishing clear communication, I'm quickly actually going through it because it's very important not to forget business communication as well, because communication plays a very important role, vital, pivotal role, as far as businesses are concerned. So, for establishing clear communication channels, we should choose a user-friendly platform, provide training and guidelines for its use, and ensure regular updates to keep employees informed and engaged. Right? So, communication serves as a lifeline that connects individuals, teams, and organizations, facilitating collaboration, understanding, and mutual respect. By actively listening, expressing empathy, and fostering open dialogues, we can build a stronger relationship, resolve conflicts, and drive positive change. Furthermore, clear and transparent communication builds trust, engagement, accountability within organizations, leading to increased productivity, innovation, resilience. By investing in communication, training, utilizing diverse communication channels, and implementing feedback mechanism, we can create a culture of effective communication that empowers individuals and strengthen teams. So, as we've all seen that communication, and particularly effective communication, is very important. We've seen various strategies. We've gone through some very important points. With which we should see that how effective communication is important for personal relationships and business relationships. Now, let's check out, very quickly, that what are the basic ingredients of effective communication. We've already discussed these, but I want to actually, make a list of it and share it with you guys, so that we should have a clear idea of what are the ingredients of effective communication. Effective communication should be clear, right? It should be concise, easy to understand, right? It should, involve effective listening, in which we should pay attention to the speaker's words, body language for understanding the message. Empathy is a very important ingredient of effective communication. Respect is very important ingredient, and feedback, non-verbal cues, adaptability, timing, openness. These are very, very, very important aspects which should be incorporated into our communication practices. Now, to conclude this segment up, that was on effective communication, we can say that effective communication is a cornerstone of successful interactions, whether in personal relationships or professional environment. By mastering the art of clear, concise, and empathetic communication, individual can bridge gaps, foster understanding, and build meaningful connections with others. Through active listening, meaningful connections with others, adaptability, we can overcome barriers, resolve conflicts, achieve shared goals collaboratively. As we continue to prioritize effective communication in our interactions, we pave the way for stronger relationships, enhanced productivity, and greater success in all aspects of our life. This was the end of our first segment, and that was effective communication, right? And we've seen the importance of effective communication here. We've seen importance of effective communication regarding to personal relationships, business relationships. We've seen certain strategies with which we could improve our communication. We've listed down the ingredients of effective communication, and let's move onwards towards the second part of today's session or lecture, that is on cyberbullying. And here we would see that what are the various forms of cyberbullying, on what platforms cyberbullying is being done by people to threaten other people, right? We would see the social media platforms or the avenues or venues, on internet where people do cyberbullying. We would actually look into some awareness campaigns, how we should actually execute our awareness campaigns so that this evil should be eradicated from our digital world. And we will also see that how we can prevent, how we as elders, or we work for our own selves, or we for our children or family members, right, could take some preventive measures to stop cyberbullying. And these are certain important points which we are going to discuss today. Now let's see what cyberbullying is. Cyberbullying is a form of harassment or bullying that occurs online or through digital devices such as smartphones, computers, tablets. It involves using technology to send posts or share harmful, threatening, or humiliating content to target individuals or groups. Cyberbullying can take various forms that includes harassment, doxing, flaming, exclusion, impersonation, outing, cyber stalking. And now let's see or examine these terminologies or the forms of cyberbullying and dig a little bit deep into it. So, harassment, repeatedly, again and again, sending abusive or threatening messages, emails, text to intimidate or torment someone is harassment. We all know that harassment is very, a very common form of cyberbullying which is being done on internet. Then doxing also. Doxing is sharing of personal information such as addresses, phone numbers without the consent to facilitate harassment or harm for the people or digital citizens. It should be eradicated also. Flaming, engaging something, engaging in something that would create a hostile environment, something that would create uh, inflammation or you know derogatory statements online, uh, and engaging in something that is cruel, or flaming it up with the intention of provoking others also is flaming, and it should be eradicated. And we all know that it's also a very common type of cyberbullying. Exclusion also. Sometimes people intentionally try to expel or exclude someone from online groups, chats, social circle, to isolate them up or to criticize them up. And it's a deliberate act of exclusion, and which should also be eradicated. Impersonation, creating fake profiles is very important on internet these days, social media platforms also. Accounts It accounts to impersonate and damage someone's reputation and credibility also, and it should also be stopped. Outing, it means leakage, uh, publicly sharing private or embarrassing information, photos, videos to humiliate or shame someone. It is known as outing. Then we have another very important form of cyberbullying, that is cyber stalking, which means that we monitor someone, we track someone so as to harass them online, or with an intention of causing fear or distress in his or her life. So all these top types, yeah, that is harassment, doxing, claiming, exclusion, impersonation, outing, cyber stalking, it these all should be eradicated or stopped. Cyberbullying can have serious consequences for victims, including emotional distress, depression, anxiety, and even self harm or suicide in extreme cases. It is important to raise awareness about cyberbullying, educate individuals or responsible educate individuals, and make everyone a responsible online citizen. and to promote a supportive environment where everyone would feel safe and respected online. Now let's see what are the various platforms on internet and social media where cyberbullying happens and how it happens there. Cyberbullying can occur on various online platforms and through different means. Some common platforms where cyberbullying occurs include social media. Social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok are popular venues for cyberbullying. It can take the form of negative comments, harassment, spreading rumors or false information, and posting humiliating or embarrassing photos or videos. So, social media, where I mean, where actually harassment could be done, doxing is done, flaming is done, exclusion is done, impersonation is done, outing is done, cyber stalking is done. It should be stopped. And the platforms which are very much popular and known for these things and are Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok, because these are widely used platforms and a lot of people are here, and some negative people do these things over there, and it should be stopped. Messaging apps like WhatsApp, Messenger, Snapchats are commonly used for cyberbullying through private messaging, group chats, direct messaging. Bullies may send threatening, abusive, and harassing messages to their targets and do harassment, doxing, flaming, exclusion, outing, cyber stalking, and online gaming platforms also, as we know that PUBG and other platforms are very popular, and there also people do come play and meet each other. These are multiplayer games, and they have gaming communities also. And these sites can be a venue for cyberbullying. Bullies may use game chats, voice chats, messaging features to harass, intimidate, belittle, do doxing, flaming, right, exclusion, impersonation, outing, and cyber stalking, also through these platforms. Email, as we all know, that it's a very popular medium to engage with each other, right? And cyberbullying can occur through emails by sending threatening, abusive, harassing messages to the victim's inbox. Bullies may also impersonate the victim or send spam emails containing harmful content, and it should also be stopped. There are certain other anonymous messaging apps. For example, we've got Saraha, we've got Ask.fm, YYCI also allows to send messages anonymously, making it easier for bullies to target victims without fear, and they are promoting somehow or being used by people to harass, dox, flame, exclusion, impersonation, outing, cyber stalking. So it should also be stopped, right? Forums and discussion boards. Online forums and discussion boards and comment sections on websites can be the breeding ground for cyberbullying. Cyberbullying may leave hurtful or inflammatory comments, engaging in trolling or gang up on an individual. So, cyberbullying can manifest in various forms on these platforms, including harassment, threats, impersonation, doxing, that was sharing personal information, outing, revealing private information, exclusion, and spreading rumors or gossips. It's essential for users to be aware of these risks and take steps to protect themselves and others from cyberbullying. And for taking steps, we know that awareness is very important, and we would see in the next segment that what awareness campaigns are regarding cyberbullying. So the platforms which we were talking about also play a crucial role in implementing policies, moderation, and reporting mechanism to address cyberbullying effectively. Now, let's examine, dig deep into some awareness campaigns of, how should we spread awareness regarding cyberbullying, and it's very crucial. It's very important. So, first thing which we should do is prevention. Awareness helps individuals, recognize the signs of cyberbullying, empowering them to take proactive steps to prevent it from occurring or escalating. Um, you know, early intervention. Being aware of cyberbullying allows for early interventions to support victims and address the issue before it causes significant harm. Awareness campaigns educate individuals, especially children and teenagers, about the impact of cyberbullying, responsible online behavior, and importance of threatening others with respect and treating others with not to threaten others and promote respect and empathy among each other. Awareness raises understanding and empathy for victims of cyberbullying, encouraging bystanders to offer support, empathy, and assistance to those who are affected. Increased awareness can lead to changes in law and policies, regulation to better address cyberbullying and protect victim rights. Awareness initiative foster collaboration among parents, educators, policymakers, and community members to create safe and supportive environment where cyberbullying is not being tolerated. And these awareness campaigns, you know, and the impact on mental health encourages individuals to seek help and support when needed and reduce the stigma associated with mental health. So, overall, awareness of cyberbullying is essential for promoting a safe and more respectful online environment, preventing harm and fostering empathy, understanding, support for all those who are using it. So, let's see how we can prevent cyberbullying. It could be prevented through education and awareness, as we've already discussed. And we should promote positive online culture. Also, encourage positive online interactions, kindness. Online promoting positive online campaigns and initiative. It increase respect among people. Parental guidance is also very important. Parents should intervene and take an eye or take a check on the kids. Digital citizenship programs, where people should spread or activists should spread awareness in schools that how one can become a responsible citizen, by telling them their rights and responsibilities also, and how to use technology positively, and encourage bystanders to speak up and intervene when the witness when they witness cyberbullying. Uh, these were these were some very important points to prevent cyberbullying, and we could prevent it with collaboration, with support system, by implementing all the strategies above. We can work together and create a safer and more inclusive online environment where everyone feels respected, valued, protected from cyberbullying and other forms of online threats, harms. And we've discussed that harassment, doxing, flaming, impersonation, outing, cyber stalking, should be eradicated by awareness campaigns, by education, by collaboration, support system, by helping each other, by promoting strong policies and laws being enforced, by digital citizenship programs, awareness programs. So, in conclusion, preventing cyberbullying requires an approach that involves education, awareness, empowerment, and collaboration among individuals, communities, institutions. By promoting responsible online behavior, fostering empathy and respect, and providing support system for victims, we can create a safer and more inclusive digital environment where cyberbullying should not be tolerated. It is essential to continue raising awareness, raising voice, for implementing effective policies, empowering individuals to stand up against cyberbullying, to make the online world a safer and more positive place for everyone. Together, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, you can work together, preventing cyberbullying and fostering a culture of kindness, empathy, and respect. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening, and thank you so much for your presence.
Well, thank you so much for coming back to share with us on communication, because effective communication is a key point, especially in our lives, in our relationship, and also professionally. And you've really explained to us the strategy of improving it, and also many more, and that we need to keep continuously learning. And that is the way we can improve as well our relationship. Keep learning, keep reading, keep observing, keep researching. So it's very, very good that we look into that as well. I think you can see my voice. I think something is happening there. Okay. Right. So thank you so much. Also bringing to us the cyberbullying, which is very important in this our society. It's becoming too dangerous for every one of us. And if we even no matter how much they are pouring money into it, investing money into it, those penetrators are also increasing, and it's affecting us, it's affecting our children, it's affecting our youth, it's affecting even businesses, because sometimes they hack our account, our business account, for them
True.
to do whatever they need to do and all that. And all these things need to be eradicated, and we need to look into it. And that's why we'll keep talking about it, bringing awareness about it, and also to check ourselves as well, check what we watch, check the people, the kind of friends that we invited to our group, and also to always monitor what we are doing, monitor everyone that is participating, especially in your event. There was a time before when when I first started and I didn't have my own Zoom link. I mean, some people will just join the Zoom and then they will be writing rubbish, writing or abusive words and all that things like that while the conference is going on. So I have to take it on my point that I have to take it on myself that I have to have my own Zoom link, and I also have to spend extra money to protect it. So that is why it is so easy for the past 2 years or 3 years to be able to do my conference and my masterclass successfully without any interruption. And I believe that is one key point that we can do as well. And also our children, our youth, we need to keep educating them, especially maybe they have to add it to the school curriculum, because it's very important. Cyberbullying is also dangerous, as well as bullying physically. And then yesterday also, apart from cyber bullying, they even raised another bullying, bullying that is happening in the schools and even in society, even in our workplace. Yesterday happens to be another parent in our group where you were teaching yesterday, just come back
Yes.
to join us from the meeting. From the meeting which they have to discuss how our own child was bullied. And she also said that she has changed the school of that child almost 3 times. So that's how serious it is. And some of them, I can see that
So
they're
true.
showing some videos, which is so barbaric. I mean, how can somebody leave home, go to school where you're supposed to socialize with others, and your state of your mind is leading you to bully the other one? And then the sad part of it is that the onlooker makes it even worse. They want to see they want to see the result. They're taking pictures, they are laughing about it. It's like they're giving that person
Very
power to
sad.
continue bullying. And I'm thinking, what kind of society are we in? What kind of world are we in that people will be promoting? Because to me, they are supporting and promoting the person that is bullying the others, which is really bad. So, and then you answered some of the questions which you've answered then. I don't need to raise all the questions again here so that we can save up the time. But really, we just have to keep bringing awareness of it. And we need to keep educating our youth, because whatever they learn. And one other things that I learned from one of our speakers yesterday, sometimes we've forgotten that the bully didn't start that right place. It started from the mind. And even the mind, it started by what the children or the youth are watching. What are they watching? What are they saying? What are they reading? Not only that, what is the situation of the house, the environment in the family? Because sometimes, for example, myself and my husband were watching one film, I think during over the weekend, and this young girl watch exactly what is happening in the house, where the father and the mother always shouting on each other, abusing one another, throwing words, negative words, strong, dangerous words to one another, and they end up beating one another. And then after that, they calm down and they love each other. And I'm thinking, what kind of love is that? The girl is watching everything. And you know
That's
what
very
the girl,
sad.
yes. And then the girl started, that very young girl of 10 years old, started
Yes,
exactly what he saw, or exactly what she saw her parents doing. So she will go to school and start nagging somebody, and start beating somebody up, and start throwing chant up. She will come back home, the house help that was with them started saying some bad words to that person. And even sometimes he will react arrogantly. And the parents wants to correct that child. How do you want to correct that child when you were the one that instigated? You are the one that
yes,
exhibit
absolutely.
it.
Setting
He
a bad
copied.
example.
Exactly. She copied it from them. And that is how she will now go to school and start bullying people. So sometimes we also, as adults, we need to be mindful of what we do and say in front of these children. We need to be mindful of what we do and say in front of this youth as well. Because, for example, if somebody is going out there, I mean, there was some recently, one adult just slash with a sword, slash a young boy's head like that, and many more. Then even parents
Very
are
sad.
really tired. They don't know. And not only that, it also leads to death. Because if that child is not being heard and not being supported, the next thing they want to do or she wants to do is to commit suicide.
Exactly.
Because
Yes.
because she's been suffering from this bullying for a long time. The teachers are not listening, the governments are not listening, the parents are very busy to listen. So one day she would just say, what's the point of living on when all what I can experience is bullying in school, where I'm supposed to be associating and socialize with others? So that is why it is so important. And I want to say, on behalf of Yes You Can International, on behalf of Yes You Can International Academy, and on behalf of all the people that participated yesterday on WhatsApp, we want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much. And even here, I believe that
It's an honor.
majority that were not there yesterday on the WhatsApp, they joined us today and they've listened. So we just need to keep learning. And then I asked a question. I said, how can we campaign against this? Can you quickly show us? How can we campaign in schools, not only schools, even in workplace? I have witnessed some, they're on the TV where even an actor, some of them were being bullied during their practice.
Yes.
Even in workplace, some so-called managers will control their team members and control them and bully them and also deny them of their rights. It's part of bullying. So please tell us, sir, how can we campaign more in schools, in societies, and even in our workplace?
Right. I think it's very important to do awareness campaigns, and To set up awareness campaigns against cyberbullying, we can implement various strategies. Firstly, raising awareness through educational initiatives in
Okay.
schools, communities, and online platforms can help highlight the negative impacts of cyberbullying
Mm-hmm.
and promote positive online behavior. Secondly, fostering a culture of empathy and respect, both online and offline, can encourage individuals to stand up against cyberbullying and support those who are affected by it. Additionally, we can collaborate with social media platforms to develop and enforce robust policies against cyberbullying, including mechanism for reporting and swift intervention, and that is very, very crucial. Furthermore, organizing events and campaigns to empower youth to become advocates against cyberbullying and promote digital citizenship can create lasting change. And lastly, supporting research initiatives aimed at understanding and addressing the root causes of these cyberbullying can inform more effective prevention and intervention strategies. Thank you.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you so much. The last question I would like to ask you before I hand over to Dr. Samina and Ambassador Timi Tokpe in case they have any questions to ask. The last question I'd like to ask, yes, you've enlightened us about this bullying, both the cyber one or the physical one and one. What about what kind of support can we give to the victim of this bullying?
Definitely. It's a very, very, very important question. And I think, our hearts should be full of empathy, respect, and, love and affection and care for the people who are affected. And to better support victims of cyberbullying in accessing resources and assistance, also, we can implement several strategies. Firstly, increasing awareness and education about available support services, and that's very essential. Ensuring victims know where to turn for help, it's very, very, very important. Secondly, establishing easily accessible helplines, online support platforms staffed with trained professionals that can provide immediate assistance and guidance. Additionally, fostering a culture of empathy, support within communities can encourage victims to seek help without fear and judgment of stigma. Finally, we can say that collaborating with social media platforms, as already discussed, and law enforcement agencies to swiftly addressing cyberbullying incidents and enforcing consequences for the people who do these cruel activities, for creating a safer online environment for all of us. Yes.
I think the last one is the key point. We need to collaborate with the social
Yes.
medias
Very
so that
important.
we all can be in one page, the same page of eradicating all this bullying. Because I want to believe that
Yeah,
establishing
absolutely.
these social medias is for good, not for evil. And I want to believe that we all can come together and eradicate this. Maybe we have to put some monitoring in place. Maybe we want to set up an agent like we have the security agents. So maybe we want to stick up because I mean they will just act, they will just do all kinds of things. But then maybe we need to do more. Maybe the social medias need to do more in monitoring because it also damaged their own business. Because if, for example, somebody is being harassed and be bullied, the next thing they will do is to leave that social media. And they are losing business in that. So maybe all of us need to collaborate together and find a solution. And also to set up an agent that can
Very,
monitor
very good.
is very important. And I believe that we can do it. And yes, we can. Thank you so much,
We
Dr.
can.
Steven, for
Yes, we
this
can.
one. Dr. Samina, do you want to contribute or ask question at this time? We can't hear you. Okay.
I think we should teach our children, our youth in our organizations, the fear of God
Mm.
and
Mm.
unity, respect, harmony in the families, in the state, in the nation, and throughout the world. This is a message for all human beings who are in one country or throughout the world. We should we should have fear of God. When we should have fear of God, there is wisdom to uh, to overcome the satanic force. These are the satanic things which are tried to irritate people and irritate their business in their mind, irritate children, youth, and colleagues, everyone, spoil the workplace, destroy the workplace. So when we have uh, biblical teachings, fear of God, and the righteousness in our heart, so the people think of righteous things, about the godly things, not about the bullying and about the evil things, because these things are spoiling our nation, our children, our families, our societies. This is not uh, one person affected. Many people are affected. Many respectable people are affected due to it.
Yeah.
So we should have fear of God. We
Mm.
should teach our children to uh, close to God.
Mm.
So, and we should learn the lesson what God is saying to us, that we should love our neighbors
Mm.
as we love ourselves.
Mm.
When we love our neighbors as we love ourselves, then we not harm others.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we should um, avoid, overcome such situations by the godly, by the divine power, by the prayers, by the God fearing and righteousness. We should not do evil by evil. We should not overcome evil by evil. We should overcome with the divinely power, with prayers, with faithfulness, strong faith, fear of God. When fear of God comes in our life, love of God comes. God wants to those people uh, to overcome the evil spirits. Weak people become strong when the power of God comes. When we read the scripture, the Peter was a very timid man, very weak man, the disciple Peter. But when the power of God comes and Holy Spirit comes in him, he spoke with the gathering of 3,000 people, and people listen him, and such things are defeated when uh, we are full of Holy Spirit. I think fear of God, righteousness, divine power and teaching is the best solution for the cybercrime and for all the evil things. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You've nailed it. You've nailed it, Dr. Samina. Fear of God. You cannot have a fear of God and go into that box and start harassing people. And also, you cannot say you are loving your neighbor and start going over there. And loving your neighbor as yourself is the principle of the Bible, is the principle of God. And when you follow the principle of God, you won't find yourself in that situation to do it, to harass others. And also, another thing is when you are sitting down typing, what is in your mind? Remember, Dr. Elizabeth stands for mindset is everything. It is what is in your mind, because the Bible says, out of the abundance of heart, the mouth speaks. And it says, as the man thinks, so is he. You understand? He said, I mean, it's just like the teaching that Jesus Christ is teaching all the disciples. They say, thou shalt not kill. But he is saying that he didn't come there to destroy the law. He said, yes, your law says thou shalt not kill. But the fact that the moment you have it in your mind to kill, you've already killed the person. So our mind is the most important thing that we need to guide. Every one of them doing this behavior, their mindset needs to be renewed. Their mindset needs to change. And I believe that everyone out there that is doing this kind of thing, it is not good. It is evil. And it destroys. It kills. You don't put the blood of people in your hand. Because when you bully them, you are harassing them. And then sometimes some of them end up in killing themselves. Some of them, their emotions being troubled, being damaged because of what you are saying. The words are so powerful. It can either break or build. But then you need to understand it with your mind, with a better understanding that this act is not good. How will you feel when you've already done whatever you need to do, damage on the Facebook or any other places, and seeing other people being timid, being afraid, stopping their business, running away from you, being traumatized, and as some of them end up killing themselves? How will you feel? So you need to check your heart. You need to check your feeling. Let me tell you, we're not here to condemn you, but to help you to come out of that barbaric behavior. You can come out of it. You can change your mindset. You can start changing what you are seeing, what you are perceiving, what you are learning, and how you see yourself and how you see people. When you can determine, remember our previous speaker said, Ambassador Temitope, if you need to be intentional. You have to change. And there's still room for you to change. There's room for salvation. We are not here to condemn, but to help you. It's not helping you, it's not helping your neighbors. We are all here to live with harmony. That box that you are using to damage somebody's life, the same box you can use to help others, to promote others, to show kindness, to speak words of faith, of hope, and of love to somebody. When you hold on to your gadget, what's in your mind? Because your mind dictates what you are writing down. Your mind dictates your actions. Your mind dictates your performances. Your mind dictates what you are doing to others. So, on this note, we want to say, change your mindset, because you have potentials in you. One of the things also that makes people to go out of their way to be dangerous to others is because they don't know themselves. They don't know who they are. They don't know they are carrying potentials. They don't know that greatness is in them. I'm telling you today, you have greatness in you. You have potentials in you. You have the gift that can solve the world's problem. Someone is waiting for you to solve their problem. You are unique. You are special. It's the moment you put yourself down It's the moment that you want to do dubious to other people. If you can love yourself, celebrate yourself, if you can accept yourself and know that you are not perfect, and know that you are a human being, and know that you can do something great for your life, for in the society, then you will change your mindset. You are unique, you are special, you are distinguished, you are creative, you are whom you are in Christ Jesus, because God created you. And you are here for a purpose. The purpose is not to damage somebody's lives. The purpose is not for you to damage somebody's business. The purpose is for you to build yourself up and also to share your light, to shine your light, to make yourself happy. If I go on and along, I will be here till tomorrow. But that's my passion. Check your mindset and renew your mindset. Transform your mindset and live a better life. Thank you. Okay, on this note, I want to say thank you so much for sharing with us on this occasion, on this particular about the effective, how to improve our communication in various ways, especially in education, in a relationship, in our professionals, and every other thing, and also how to eradicate this bullying. Because I believe when we stand together, we can do it. And yes, we can. So on this note,